So hello viewers and welcome back to another video on networking. So now, as you might all know that on last video we have seen the simulation of ARP in Cisco packet tracer, right? So I hope you have got that video, you have watched that video, and if you have not, then I'll have a link of that video over here in the I button, so you can just go and watch that video. Now in today's video what we are going to do, we are going to take the simulation on the next level by simulating the ARP protocol inside ns-3. Now we don't need to write a code to simulate ARP protocol inside ns-3. We just need to make the topology that we want to simulate, right? So that part is very easy. If you have watched my ns-3 playlist, which has around 21 videos, so that covers from the basics how to start writing your code from the ns-3. So those basic videos, we have seen that how to create the topology that we want. We have simulated various topologies like ring topology, mesh topology, and everything like that. So we just need to build the topology that we want, and we just need to give a ping between any two devices that we want. And basically ARP is invoked by default by the protocol stack, the network stack that we install on top of devices. So in this case we won't have the actual network stack that we have in the devices, because the network stack that we have in the ns-3 is ns-3 stack. But still ARP works the same in both ns-3, almost the same both in ns-3 network stack and the real network stack that we have on our devices. So real network on the real network devices we have TCP/IP stack. In here we have the ns-3 stack, ns-3 network stack, or whatever you want to call. But yeah, that works the same, and the packet captures are exactly the same as you might observe in the real life. So yeah, let's start the video without wasting much time. So I guess we don't have much to explain in this video. So first of all, we just need to implement the basic methods or modules that we want. So in this video we have the topology that has like a router in between. So I hope now you can imagine. So there is a router that connects two different networks together, and both of those networks contains two devices. So that's the topology, and let's see how to simulate that protocol. First of all, obviously include the modules, use namespace, and then enable this UDP. I don't think we need this UDP echo client and application, because anyways we are not going to use that. Now if you want to include command line arguments, you can include in between these two lines, but in this file we don't have any, but I'm keeping that here just in case if you want to include. Now this will be useful when, if let's say if you want to create a topology that can be created dynamically, like let's say number of nodes that you want in a single network, that you can number of that nodes that you can take from the command line and pass it over here somewhere, that you can do, right? So the limitations or imaginations are up to you. Now coming to the topology, so this is how it is structured. So I have created two node groups, nodes 0, nodes 1, and there is router. So first of all we are creating a router, then on the nodes group 0 we are creating 3 nodes, and in that group we are adding the router. Now on the node group 1 we are adding a router, and then we are creating the 3 nodes. So 3 nodes, then a router, then another 3 nodes, right? So that is how the topology is structured. Now we are using the CSMA channel. There is no point-to-point channel. So after that we will install the devices. Now IP stack, and then you can see the IP arrangement. So we are using the 192.168.10.0 slash 24 in, let's say, left hand side of a network, and on the right hand side of a router we have 192.168.20.0. So basically we are using two networks, 10.0 and 20.0 slash 24. Now instead of using UDP echo helper and client helper, we are using the ping helper, and that is very helpful, because in real world we will in Cisco packet tracer also we have used the ping to check the ARP simulation, to invoke the ARP simulation, right? So why not we do it here also? So ping helper, we set the attributes like what interval we want, what size of the packet should be, and what is the count. So how many packets that we want to send. That all we can simulate for, or variably set from here, and we can also take those from the command line. After that, we are installing the application on 0th node of the node 0 group, and we will send the IP, so the ping to this particular IP address, which is 192.168.20.2. So that means the second node of the second network that we have, right? And we are we are getting the XML file from this, so that we will use to see the animation inside the NetAnim. And then we are setting the positions over here so that we can observe it clearly in the NetAnim file or NetAnim. And then we are enabling the pcap for all the nodes, all the links. At the end, we are populating the routing table, and this is the simulation setting. So simulation will stop at 30 seconds, and that's the basic configuration of entire file. And now let me run that file. So to run that file, we'll open the terminal. Yeah, so now /ns3. so make sure we are in the root folder, ns3.44, ns3 run, and then my first. And you need to make sure that my first, whatever the file name that you are giving after /ns3 run, that should be inside the scratch folder. So let me, yeah. So I think this will take some time because I have started this VM after a long time. So after the build is completed and the simulation is completed, we'll meet after that. So yeah, let's see you after this build is completed. So the simulation has been completed, and we have this pcap file. So yeah, this is the pcap file for 0th node, and the index is 0. So the interface index is 0. So as you can see, and yeah, as you can see, first of all, we have the broadcast of ARP, and you can observe all these ARP packets. And then we have 4 ICMP packets. So I think that's clear, and IP packets you can observe, expand these sections and observe. And we have already covered the video where we have explained the packet structure of ARP. So you can verify all those details. And by the way, if you have not watched that video where we have explained the packet format of ARP, then I'll have a link of that video over here in the I button, or just check out the description. That will have all the videos. And now coming to NetAnim, we can open the file from here. So ns3.3, no, not 3.5, not 3.5, 3.4.4 ARP, basic ARP. Where is first ARP simulation? Not first ARP. Wait, just let me check what was the name. First ARP. Okay, first ARP. Then first ARP simulation. Open the NetAnim, and yeah, we can just start playing this. And as you can see, the packets are coming from the 0th node, and you can see how this CSMA channel is working. And yeah, this is another. So this is a router. 0th node is a router, and 1, 2, 3 is one set of one network, and this is another network, 4, 5, 6. So as you can see, the reply is coming from node 6, I guess, or 4. And now yeah, that's how it works. So these are now pings. So first of all, there was an ARP, and now these are all pings. So yeah, that's how it works. I hope you have got the idea about how you can simulate and observe ARP inside the ns3. And yeah, if you have any doubt regarding how to simulate it inside ns3, you can just ask me in the comments. And yeah, with this we'll finally complete the ARP simulation series or ARP series. So I hope you have got all the information that you want for the ARP, and we'll see in the next one where we'll explore more networking stuff. So till then, keep learning and keep exploring.